In America today, there is a struggle for the currency because many people find themselves in positions where they're not earning all that much money and prices are going up. And that is putting the whole political process in a pressure cooker. So when I was at the White House last Wednesday, I discussed this with President Trump. And the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, the president actually yelled at me for reporting extensively on it and saying that it's, we're blowing it out of proportion, where I respectfully disagree. Because the midterm vote is going to be based on how Americans are feeling about their finances. Not Ukraine, not even the border. The border's pretty much solved now. We still have the ongoing migrant controversy, not the Middle East, not even China. It's your wallet. And so my discussions with President Trump continue along those lines. Now, he is going out, as you know, and that is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. So he will be, Donald Trump, in Mount Airy, Pennsylvania, that's in the Poconos, this evening, and he will speak on the economy and his vision and what he has already accomplished. I can't write speeches for presidents. I wouldn't do it even if asked. I can give advice, but I'm not going to get involved like that. But I said on News Nation last night that to blame Biden for all this, not going to get President Trump anywhere, any currency. Every clear-thinking person knows that President Biden was not up to the task. And Donald Trump inherited a mess. But he did make very specific promises that he would improve the situation, and that's where he stands now. So this is the fairest analysis you will ever hear in the American media. I'm about to give it to you. And I always recommend that you watch the No Spin News and listen on the radio with a pen and paper. Essentials of life, okay? Beef prices are up 15%. Bacon up 6%. Coffee up 19% for coffee. All right? Stuff you need around the house, supplies up 3%. Rent up 3%. Okay, that's the downside. Apparel, clothing, down about 1%. Eggs, butter, fruit, cereal, fish, seafood, rice, pasta, ham, all down in price. And this is year to year. Okay, Biden was in office last year at this time. Trump's now, year to year. That's a big list. You'll never hear it in the media. Eggs, butter, ice cream, fruit, cereal, fish, seafood, rice, pasta, ham, all down. So don't eat the steak. I mean, that's what I do. And it's not I'm being cheap. If I want steak, I could buy 80 of them. Okay? But I don't want to reward this. So if the meat is too high, I'm going to eat fish or chicken. That'll drive the price down. That's capitalism. Insurance, that's the big one. Okay. Health insurance up 6%. And for senior citizens, that is very, very difficult. Home insurance up 4%. Auto insurance up a whopping 12%. Why? What are you guys doing out there? You're paying all these football players millions of dollars to pump your insurance, and it's 12% up? Even if you don't have an accident, you're getting hosed. All right? Utilities are up 5%. Okay? Now, that doesn't make a lot of sense because gas prices at the pump are down and falling. Oh, utilities are up. Those utility companies, you got to watch them because you got to assume in America, all these corporations are going to make as much money as possible. They're not like us here, and we artificially keep our prices for stuff we sell down. They don't do that. I don't have to answer to stockholders, but you know what the drill is. Okay, so gas prices are down about 3%, except in California where they're up. And what am I going to tell you guys out there? You're trading nice weather for chaotic governance. That's what you're doing. Mortgage rates are down. Okay, and they're going to fall even further when the Fed cuts rates tomorrow, which I believe it will, 0.25%. So if you're looking to buy a home, it's going to fall below 6%. So you should look around. That's a good rate. It's a decrease of 9% for mortgage rates and falling. Rents are high. Rents, you don't get your money back. Look around if you can put the down payment. Okay. Stock market flying. Dow up 8. NASDAQ up 19% this year. That's AI stocks. Risky. But the stock market is doing well. So if you have a 401k, a 403b, individual retirement account, IRA, and 60% of American adults do have them, you're up. Your wealth is growing. So this affordability stuff is very murky here. Okay, unemployment, about the same. 4.1 to 4.4. But if you want a job, you can get it. And particularly in the service industry, they're desperate for people to work. And you don't get tax on tips now. And wages are up 4% for civilian workers, private industry, 3.5%. So wages are going up. This isn't a dire economic circumstance. It's not. But here's the kicker. Every day, every way, the American media is pounding affordability crisis, affordability crisis, affordability crisis. Roll the tape.
The affordability crisis.
The affordability issue.
Affordability is what voters are mad about.
The affordability crisis.
Out of control affordability issue.
Housing affordability.
When it comes to the affordability problem.
Affordability is a real thing.
No, it's all a bunch of nonsense and propaganda. They don't care about the stats that I just read you. And my staff did an excellent job sorting all that out. They don't care because they don't like Trump. They want Trump to lose. So I hope, in the interest of fairness, that the Trump administration gets very precise about what it's doing, what it's going to do next year, and where things are. Biden, we don't need to hear about him. Doesn't do anybody any good. Everybody knows. We don't need exaggerations from the president. This is a serious issue, particularly insurance. I mean, those guys over there in the insurance agencies, something going on that's not good. Finally, 2018, Donald Trump's second year in office, Republican Party got whacked, lost 41 seats in the House. Donald Trump remembers that. And that was one of the big things that I discussed with him. You went through this. This time around, if he loses 41 seats or if he loses 10 seats, he's a lame duck. Not going to get any legislation passed through the Democratic House. Ever. Big for his legacy, for him. So tonight he starts on the road. We will report on that tomorrow extensively, what he says, strengths and weaknesses. And that's the memo.